What is going on, my broskies? My name is Toadski and I am back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. And in today's video, guys, I have an awesome video that will detail the new units that are about to hit One Piece Treasure Cruise Global on the 26th of January 2017. We are getting the Blackbeard Pirates batch. And this is absolutely crazy. No one expected this to happen, especially because the 2-year anniversary is only a couple of weeks away, and we're already getting a new batch prior to the 2nd-year anniversary, and we already know that there is going to be a new batch for the 2nd-year anniversary, so getting the Blackbeard Pirates right before that is absolutely mind-boggling, and everyone in the global One Piece Treasure Cruise community is just having their minds blown at how crazy this is. But anyways, guys, we're going to get straight into the video and break down all of these new units within this batch. So the first unit in this batch that we're going to talk about is the Grim Reaper Doc Q. So this guy here is a 5-star unit and is a Psy Slasher Striker type character, and at max level, at level 99, he has really low health, only 1403, his attack power is 1290, and he has a really high recovery stat of 491. Now, like all of the other units in this batch, aside from the legend Blackbeard himself, he has 30 cost and 4 socket spots. Now, his captain ability will reduce the recovery of all characters by 99%, but it will boost the attack of slashers and strikers by 2.75 if your HP is above 99% at the start of the turn. So basically, if you're at full health, you get 2.75 times attack to slashers and strikers, which is actually really good. In situations where you don't need to rely on your health at all and you can just burst through it as quick as you can, this guy's actually a pretty decent captain. Now we'll move on to his special ability, which will max at 4 turns. It reduces crew's current HP by 10%, and it will change block, tandem, and recovery orbs on slashers and strikers into matching orbs. Now, this kind of contradicts his captain ability, because with his captain ability you have to stay at full health. However, his special reduces your HP, so you definitely don't want to use this guy's special if he is your captain, but it is a great special as a subunit nonetheless. Really strong, changing block, tandem, and recovery orbs all to matching orbs on slashers and strikers. It is actually a really good special. You know, you are reducing your HP by 10%, but that's not really that much of an issue if you are about to burst down a boss and kill him in one turn. That's not going to be an issue at all. So overall, this guy's special is insane. His captain ability is a little bit situational, but a really powerful special ability. Next on the list is Shiryu of the Rain. Now, if you guys have not played Japan or not really keeping up to date with Japan, you guys might not have heard of this guy, but for those people who have seen this unit and what he can do, this is probably one of the most hyped units in One Piece Treasure Cruise to date. He's very strong. So let's break him down. He is an int-driven slasher character. Now at max level, at level 99, he has 2500 health, which was really good. 1490 attack, very strong, and a recovery of negative 300. So, you know, with slashers, they don't really rely on recovery anyway, so honestly, that's not really a downside, honestly. Like, that's just a thing that slashers really have. They don't have the best recovery, but for his attack and health, it's really strong. Now, he has 30 cost and 4 sockets, like all of the other units. His captain ability, very simple. Boost the attack and HP of slashers by 2 times. Really good captain ability. And his special ability, which maxes at 19 turns, for each enemy, it has a small chance to instantly defeat that enemy. So, to break this down for you guys, basically what it means is, if you activate this special, you can actually instantly kill anything, and I'm pretty sure it goes through barriers as well. 25% chance to automatically knock out an enemy, like instantly, no matter how much HP they have, no matter what defensive stats that they have, it automatically kills them straight away. Now, this can be abused a lot, and the thing that a lot of people might think about doing is trying to like reset your game to reactivate the special if you don't kill anyone. That does not work for this guy. The way that his ability works is it is set depending on each room that you enter. However, if you kill an enemy, it will then reshuffle the odds of you killing an enemy, so you have to kill something before you can like re-roll the special. So it is balanced in that way, but nonetheless, this guy is very powerful. Really good captain ability, really good special, really good stats. He has 4 socket spots. This guy is an absolutely insane rare recruit unit. Moving on from Shiryu, we move on to Champion Jesus Burgess. So this guy here is a strength fighter powerhouse character and at max level at level 99. He has 3870 HP. That is crazy amounts. One of the highest HP units in the game, to be honest. And his attack power is 1368, which is also really decent. And he has only one single recovery point, which is kind of crazy. Now, he has 30 cost and 4 sockets as well. His captain ability will boost the attack of fighter and powerhouse characters by 1.6 times and their HP by 1.2 times. Now, the way that it works is that if they have both fighter and powerhouse classes, you do 1.6 times 1.6 for their attack and 1.2 times 1.2 for their HP. So if you run a full team of fighter and powerhouse characters, then this guy's actually a really good captain. I believe it's over 2.5 times attack, and I believe it's 1.4 times HP. It's actually really good. But then again, you have to run a team of all the units have to be fighter and powerhouse together, and that's actually not that difficult considering there are so many fighter powerhouse characters, especially if you guys have Legend Marco, who's a great sub for that, really strong. But overall, I can't see this guy used as a captain that much, but his special ability, which maxes at 17 turns, does large strength damage to all enemies and boosts the attack of fighter characters by 1.5 times, right, but for 5 turns. You get a 5-turn 1.5 times boost. That is absolutely insane. 1.5 times attack, an extra 50% attack for 5 turns is nothing like we've ever seen before. And that's actually a pretty good boost too. Like, that's about the standard boost that a lot of people would use, a 1.5 times boost. And that's for 5 turns as well, which is absolutely crazy. And considering on global, like, there aren't that many good fighter boosters. Sure, there's like Don Sai and Koala, I believe. But Don Sai has that restriction, you have to be at low health. And Koala is only for 1 turn. But this guy is a 5-turn 1.5 times boost, which is just absolutely insane. Not a bad unit, but I really don't see this guy being used that much at all in One Piece Treasure Cruise. Moving on now onto the Supersonic Van Oranje. So, Van Oranje here is a quick shooter cerebral character, and at max level, at level 99, he has 1890 health, which is a little bit on the low end of things. His attack power is 1371 and a recovery power of 357. So his attack and recovery are really good. Health is a little bit on the low end. Now he has 30 cost and 4 sockets. Now his captain ability will reduce the cooldowns of all shooters by 1 at the start of the fight and then boost the attack of shooters by 2.5 times, which is a really good captain ability. Really solid 2.5 times booster as well as lowering cooldowns. So really solid captain ability. Now his special ability, which will max at 15 turns, changes orbs on the top row into matching, and then for shooter characters, amplify the effects of orbs by 1.75 for 1 turn. Now, if you guys don't have Strong 1 Frankie, this guy is a pretty solid replacement for him for a shooter team. He's a really solid unit, especially because when you use like the Dream Strong 1 Ace team, you are going to be getting at least 1 recovery of your one of your Strong 1 Aces. So if you have this guy in your team, you can go ahead and use him, and then you'll guaranteed a full board of orbs after that with a 1.75 times orb boost instead of Frankie's 1.5 times boost. So this guy is a really solid unit, enables really powerful bursting for shooter teams, and honestly one of the best rare recruit units in the game. Like one of the top 10, top 15 maybe best rare recruits, top 20 at least top rare recruits in the game. Really solid character. Now we're going to talk about the last unit before we talk about the legend of this batch, is the Demon Sheriff Lafitte. So Lafitte is a Dex shooter driven character, and at max level, at level 99, Lafitte has 2094 health, 1132 attack, and 406 recovery. So decent health, I guess, about standard. Attack power is a little on the low end, and his recovery is really high, 406. Now, again, 30 cost, 4 socket spots. His captain ability is probably not going to be used at all. It recovers 3 times his recovery at the end of each turn, and then deals 7 times his attack in dex damage to all enemies at the end of each turn as well. So, honestly, I can't really see this guy being used as a captain. However, his special is actually really interesting. So, it will max at 8 turns, and it reduces bind and despair duration by 2 turns, and then makes badly matching orbs, and block orbs not reduce damage for 4 turns. So what this means is that with a block orb and a negative orb, you're basically getting half attack. You guys might know this. You know, when you get a negative orb, you're not going to be doing as much damage as, you know, a neutral or a positive orb. But what this does is, when you have it active for 4 turns, it will make badly matching orbs and block orbs count as neutral orbs. So it's really, really good, especially if you are going to be receiving a couple of block orbs or badly matching orbs. Just in a situation where you're getting really bad orb luck, he just helps out a lot. So yeah, overall, he's very situational, but in those situations that he's actually used in, he's very, very strong. So overall, not a bad unit, probably one of the worst of the batch in my opinion, but still not a bad unit overall. And now we move on to the legend himself. The legend of this batch is none other than Blackbeard, captain of the Blackbeard Pirates. So, we discussed this guy actually recently in my top 5 driven units. So, if you guys didn't see that top 5 video, make sure to go check that out. But anyways, in this video, we're going to be talking about him once again. So, Legend Blackbeard is a dex-driven powerhouse character. And he has 55 cost, 4 socket spots, and he can be socketed from his raid boss, which makes this guy really, really awesome. So at max level, at level 99, he has 3350 health, which is insanely good, 1520 attack, which is also insanely good, and 244 recovery, which is about standard. So overall, just these stats alone are insanely good. Now, let's move on to his captain ability, which is probably one of the best parts about this guy, honestly. It probably is the best part about this guy. Boost the attack of all characters mind you, by 2.75 and the HP by 1.5 if you have a striker, shooter, fighter, and a slasher on your crew. So as long as you fulfill that condition of having at least 1 copy of a striker, shooter, fighter, or a slasher, you will get 2.75 attack, 1.5 HP to everybody on your crew. Now, the great thing about this is that if you put a unit on your team that is a striker and a shooter, or a striker and a fighter, or like one unit that has 2 of those classes, that actually fills up 2 of the conditions, which is really, really nice. So, there are a couple of units that work really, really well for that situation. Once we get Raid Boss Kizaru, he's going to help out a lot for that kind of situation. So this guy is just phenomenal. But it doesn't end there. It will make all regular attacks ignore defensive barriers and buffs. That is absolutely freaking crazy. Basically what it means is that if an opponent has a barrier, or if they have a defensive shield that like negates a certain amount of damage from a certain unit, it will ignore it. It will act as if it's not even there, and all of your regular attacks, meaning all of your good, great, perfect, whatever, all of those regular attacks will just ignore all of the barriers and all of the defensive buffs that the opponent might have. Really, really good. It makes clearing certain dungeons so much easier. For example, you have Colosseum Kid, who has a defensive shield at the start of his turn. You can just completely bypass that. Another situation is Raid Boss NL. He has, for the first 3 turns of Raid Boss NL, he has a 50% shield. Blackbeard ignores that. You'll just be doing regular damage to him. That shield just is not even accounted for your damage. It is absolutely insane how great this guy is as a captain. But it doesn't end there. His special ability is also insane, which maxes at 19 turns, starts at 25 turns, but, you know, for what it is insane. It cuts the current HP of each enemy by 30%, but if Blackbeard is the captain, this ability will ignore damage negating abilities and barriers. So what it means is you can go ahead and knock down 30% of an enemy's HP through their barrier. And then you can make all of your regular attacks go through the barriers as well. So, once again, I'm just going to state it once again, this guy makes clearing so much content so much easier. It is insane how great this guy is as a captain. And once again, as I said, as I was introducing this guy, he is easily socketable from his raid boss. His raid boss is pretty easy, especially if you have level 1 like despair or level 1 anti-despair sockets. His raid is very, very easy, meaning that this guy is very, very easy to socket. And he's just an insane unit overall. So, probably one of the best legends in the game. Well, one of the best captains in the game. I don't know about best legends, but definitely best captains in the game. Really, really solid. And that is going to conclude our overview of the Blackbeard Pirates. So I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video, and if you guys did enjoy it, make sure to smack the like button down below. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But other than that, guys, I will see you guys within the next video.